Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel and welcome to this video. Today we are having a quadratic equation that may look the beast for you or very hard to work with, or if you see this in any book or in anywhere, you might avoid to solve it or even to take a look at it. But I promise you, we can make it super manageable by having a very simple, basic, systematic ways. This is a great example of how a little clever thinking can make what seems impossible to solve totally manageable. So grab your pencil and let's start. So we are having a square root of 2 over x plus 1, all of this squared, minus 5 over x plus 1 minus 3 is equal to 3. The goal over here to find the roots for this equation. So the first thing that we need to do to make it a little bit look cleaner so we can be able to solve it or to go through it. The basic simple trick that we need to use over here is substitution. And if you can see over here between all of the terms, we have a common factor, which is 1 over x plus 1. So if you want to look over here, we're going to have root 2 over x plus 1. So we can write this as root 2 multiplied by 1 over x plus 1. All of this squared minus 5 multiplied by 1 over x plus 1 minus 3, our constant, equal to 0. So we're gonna substitute for 1 over x plus 1 by choosing any other variable other than x to put it inside 1 over x plus 1. Let's pick y. Okay, we're gonna have over here root 2 multiplied by y, all of this squared, minus 5y minus 3 is equal to 0. Now it's look very much cleaner and very much manageable. So let's apply the square over here on whatever inside the bracket. So we are gonna have over here root 2 multiplied by root 2 is equal to 2. Or you can say root 2 times 2 is equal to root 4 is equal to 2. So we are having over here 2y squared minus 5y minus 3 is equal to 0. Now, we need to factor this quadratic equation very normally. We're gonna look at the numbers. We're gonna have over here, this is the coefficient for y squared a, and the coefficient for y, b, negative 5 is b, and c is negative 3. So over here, we're gonna factor by grouping, but before, we're gonna use the AC method. And if you remember from my last video, I explained very well what is the AC method. So we're gonna have over here a times c, the coefficients that we have, 2 multiplied by negative 3, which will be equal to negative 6. Okay, so this is our AC. Now we need two numbers. If we multiply them together, will give us negative 6. But if we add them together, will give us our coefficient b, which is negative 5. I want to say that it is clear, but actually it is not. You might think that it is negative 2 and the negative 3, but it's not, because if we multiply them together, we will get negative 6, but we are not getting negative 5. So the only other options that we have is 6 and 1. The factors for 6, 2 and 3, which will not work in this case, or since we have negative 6, so we're gonna have 6 and 1, and let's choose which one will be the negative. So since we are dealing over here with negative 5, so we need the bigger number to have the negative. So we're gonna have negative 6 and negative 1. So our numbers will be negative 6 times 1 will give us negative 6, and the negative 6 plus 1 will give us negative 5. So now we can rewrite our equation in the form of 2y squared minus 6y plus y, 1y, which is our factor over here. minus 3 is equal to 0. Next, we're gonna regroup the factors together. The first group, we're gonna have 2y squared minus 6y plus y minus 3 is equal to 0. Next, we're gonna find the greatest common factor from the first and the second bracket. So from the first bracket, we're gonna have 2y as a common factor. And over here, we're gonna have y minus 3 plus the only common factor in the second bracket is 1. Let's just rewrite it now. Y minus 3 is equal to 0. Now, if you look over here, we are having the bracket as a common factor between the first term and the second term. So we can take this outside from the two terms. So we can say that we are having y minus 3, our greatest common factor from the two terms, multiply by 2 and plus 1. Multiply 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Now we can find our y's over here. So from the first one, we're gonna have y minus 3 is equal to 0. So from here, we can conclude that we will have y is equal to 3. From the second bracket, we're gonna have 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. So if we're gonna bring plus 1 to the other side, it will be 2y is equal to negative 1. So y will be equal to negative 1 over 2. Now, let's come to the final steps. And in order to finish this question, we need to go back to the first step. So if you remember, the first thing that we did in the question, substitute 1 over x plus 1 to the y. Okay, so let's go back over here. And we need, since we did find y, we need now to find the x. So we're gonna find the x in two cases. One when the y was equal to 3, which is over here, and one when the y was equal to negative 1 over 2. So let's substitute back. So our first case will be when y was equal to 3. So we're gonna say 1 over x plus 1 is equal to 3. Now we can bring x plus 1 to the other side. So we're gonna have over here 1 is equal to 3 times x plus 1, which will give us 3x plus 3 is equal to 1. By solving this, it will give us 1 minus 3 is equal to 3x. We're gonna have over here negative 2 is equal to 3x. So x will be equal to negative 2 over 3. The second case that we are having when y is equal to negative 1 over 2. So now again, we're gonna make 1 over x plus 1 is equal to negative 1 over 2. Over here, to make this super simple, let's do a direct cross multiplication. So we are gonna have 1 times 2 from here. We're gonna have 2 is equal to negative 1 times x plus 1. So we're gonna have negative x minus 1. From here, we can bring negative 1 to the other side. So we're gonna have 3 is equal to negative x. Let's multiply both of them by negative 1. We're gonna have positive x is equal to negative 3. And here is the case number 2. So from case number 2, we are having x is equal to negative 3. And that's it for this question. Actually, you did an amazing job and I did an amazing job and we both did great. In order to check our answer, the basic thing that we can do is put both of them back into the equation and see if it will give us 0. Okay? Thank you so much for watching me today. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any question, any doubt, leave your comment and I will absolutely get back to you. Be proud of yourself and have a great, amazing, fantastic day. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.